is Anca, and I'm a technician here at Advanced Veterinary Internal Medicine in Tustin, and I'm going to be showing you today how to do subcutaneous fluids for your dog. This is Dennis, that he's going to be helping me today on, showing you how to do this. Hi, baby. You're a good boy. Stay there. First of all, I'm going to show you how to set up your bag of fluids. So you have to open it like so. Get it out of this plastic cover. You stay there, mister. It's so good. Stay there. This is your line. Like so. Okay, so you have to pull out this end. First of all, you don't have to wear gloves, by the way. I'm just wearing them for this video, but you don't have to wear gloves. And then take out the cover from this end and push it inside of that hole. Then turn your bag upside down. You want to push on this chamber. I should have closed it. Okay, I'm going to show you how to close the line so it doesn't leak out. So this is how you close one of them, and then you have another one right here, just as a safety so it doesn't leak out. Like you can see here that it leaked out just a little bit. Alright, so what we need to do first is, let me show you here. Let's hang this bag up here so I can show you how to get the air out of the line. That's the first thing you want to do. So if you have a sink around or a trash can, you can just empty. Here, I'm going to show you like this. You want to open your line. Make sure all that air is out of your line. You see all the air coming out, and then you can lock it. All the air is out, you just have fluid coming out, and then you go back to your clamps. And you clamp both of them up here. Next, what you want to do is put your cap back on, and now we want to get our needles ready. So our needles, if you want to come closer, they have a little seal on. So you want to break the seal first, then take this cap off, and put your needle on. And then you can lock your needle in with that, and your needle is ready to go. The important thing that I want to say here is it's very important to keep your needle sterile. So let's say you opened it and it just dropped and touched the table, okay? You want to change your needle every time you do that. That happens. So you want to unscrew this again and twist it, get a new needle. It's very important to do that because I'm going to, administer the fluids underneath the skin, so you want to keep it sterile. Also, when you're done, let's say we're done with our fluids, you want to keep this needle on until your next time you need to administer fluids, because you don't want to just keep this line like this, okay, with nothing to cap. So you want to keep the needle on until your next time, and then you put a new needle on. Okay, so now we're going to get Dennis ready, and I'm going to show you how to administer the fluids. By the way, you can use a hanger if you don't have anything like this. You can just hang it on your shower curtain or something like that. Gravity helps with it. I want to show you now how much to administer. So on this bag, you see here you have 1 to 9. So this is a brand new bag. When you get to 1, that would be 100 mLs that you have already administered. Down to 2 would be 200, down to 3 would be 300, and so forth. So the amount that you're giving is given to you by your doctor. So they're going to tell you how much to give and how often to do it. Here, the chamber, one more thing, it has to stay half full like this. It will help you watch the flow. Make sure that it's flowing. It's going into the dog. Okay? So now we're going to get our Dennis, our lovely Dennis. Come here, Dennis. Come here, baby. Come here. I know, lover. I know. All right, sit. All right, so we're ready to administer the fluids. I want you to look at my needle real quick so you can see. Okay, you need to poke with the bevel up, which means like this. That bevel has to be up, okay, when you go underneath the skin. And then I will show you how to do that. Okay, if you want to come closer, you're going to have to administer the fluid anywhere here between the shoulder blades, underneath the skin. So you want to lift up the skin like so, make a little tent with your left hand if you're right-handed. And then I'm going to show you with the cap on, the motion. So I want you to go in parallel to the body basically, and not like this. You don't want to poke into the muscle. You want to go underneath the skin, okay? So, ready? Take the cap off, lift up the skin, make a little tent, and poke. Go all the way in, okay? Hold onto your needle, and then you have to go, or maybe if you have somebody helping you, and unclamp your clamps. And you can see it already starting to flow. And that's a pretty good flow, I would say. So for this big guy, we probably could easily do 500 ml from that bag. You want to still hold onto the needle here so, you know, it doesn't come out. And you're going to start to feel a little bubble underneath here. This is the fluid that's going to accumulate here. And it's going to be quite big depending on the amount. On this guy, it's going to be a big bubble. The gravity is going to pull it down on either side. It's going to absorb in the next few hours. The most important thing is, let's say you have to do subcutaneous fluids every other day. You have to make sure before you do your next treatment that the previous treatment has absorbed. If the fluid has not absorbed, then I would definitely call your doctor. I would not do the fluids again. And this guy is pretty good, but it takes a little bit depending on the amount. I sometimes massage the area as well just to loosen up the skin because it will become tight. And if the skin becomes too tight in here, because if it's a large amount, you can stop your fluid and then poke somewhere else. Go into a different area where you have, you know, some loose under skin and just do it in a different area. And that's totally fine. Chamber over there, because if your flow stops, because that happens, then you have to go and maybe readjust your needle, move it a little bit, because that bevel, remember when I was saying the bevel has to be up, it could be against the skin, so then it won't flow. So remember to watch your flow and adjust your needle if you need to. If you have somebody, Dennis is done here, he's just going to turn on his side, but he's okay. As long as you hold onto the needle, he's okay to lay on his side. He's such a good boy. But if you have a friend at home that can help you squeeze the bag so it goes in faster, that's ideal. So she's going to demonstrate you over there how to do it. And watch the chamber, how it's going a lot faster. So you get your fluid in faster that way. Alright, so you can see here that we've gotten approximately about, let's see, 450 mLs. And you can see here what it looks like. Here, Dennis, let's show what it looks like. So now it's a nice tight bubble here. Again, so let's say your needle comes out. Your dog moves and your needle comes out. That's okay. You just have to make sure if you're by yourself, first of all, it's a good idea to do it in the bathroom because it can be messy because the fluid is going to be all over the place. So you have to have this clamp close to you so you can clamp it real fast if that comes out. And then remember to change your needle if that happens because, you know, you need a new sterile needle. So let's check. So it looks like we're done with his amount. So now I'm going to show you how to pinch the skin and stop this, okay? So first of all, you want to clamp it, okay? So you're going to clamp it all the way, at least one, and then go up and clamp the other one. Okay, so now when you take the needle out, I want you to pinch the skin at the base here so it doesn't leak out. So pinch, pull your needle out. And you want to hold onto that for, I would say, I don't know, if you can, a couple of minutes so it doesn't leak. Because they usually want to shake and this fluid is going to move around and it's going to leak a little bit. And that's okay if it does, and you may see a little bit of blood too, and that's okay as well, as long as it's not dripping out. But it's going to leak a little bit because of the pressure that's in here. One thing that I want you to look at is when you check the bag, see if you have it hanging like this, it can be deceiving with the amount here. So you need to pull on the sides like this, and then it will show you the real amount. So it's about 500, okay? Instead of it being hanging like this, they can show you a little bit like 450. So every time you check the amount on the bag, just pull on the sides. Make it all straight so you can see the actual amount. So we're all done with Dennis over here. He's gonna get a nice treat because he's been such a good boy. I wanted you to see the hump, that the fluids are already going, they want to go to the right side, and that's fine, it's already absorbing. You can feel it down here if you put your fingers on it, which is fine. So it's gonna go down, and I hope that was helpful, and if you have any questions, we'll be here for you.